VJC Magic TV, and we're here for a morning safari at Animal Kingdom. So, welcome along. This is probably the only thing I'm gonna do live, so hopefully, it's a pretty good safari. Kind of on a mission, come here early, and then I'm gonna park up. Morning for us. Yeah, it's been fun so far. A park just opened.
You've discovered that elephants are scared of bees.
Scientists will save the elephants and from Disney.
There's one of the cranes.
Our instincts turned out to be right. Elephants not only run away from bees and shake their heads to knock the bees away, but they also produce a special rumble that warns other elephants.
Hello, Angela. I probably won't count animals, as I don't usually able to keep track. But I do know the cranes are over here. Stops right here already. Hello, T-Town Mary Ellen. Thank you for joining. We have one animal so far. I didn't notice if the tortoise was there. But no, I won't be counting animals. It's hard to keep track. For me, at least. Yeah, that's the thing. It goes kind of fast and try to listen. And I don't really like to sit towards the back of the truck though either. So. Have you seen Simba 2 yet? No, not yet. That park just opened. I'm usually not good at getting out for like the half-hour early entry, but it's not worth it. I mean, you only get a half hour, so you'd have to be here for when the half-hour starts.
I think I can fit out this window.
Thanks.
Push. Not yet.
Inside the gate all the time. Most importantly, please keep your eyes on your children. Securely store any personal items. And if you are on the night safari,
I do thank you all for joining. My name is Amy of AJC Magic TV. We're here at the Animal Kingdom Kilimanjaro Safari for a morning safari. I'm probably gonna skip the gorilla area, but I'll go to I want to go over and see the tigers, so hopefully they'll be out. So we'll see. Because I actually want to, and that's probably where I'll end the stream if after walking over to see if the tigers are out. So I want to ride Expedition Everest and get on Dinosaur. Good morning, John. Surf. Yeah, I thought I'd come here because this is the earliest park open. And I'm gonna park up and meet some other people. Hello, it's Joey's World, Lisa, Keith, and Joey. We're almost to the trucks. Yes. It was great seeing you, even though it was a short time. Hopefully, the next time I get down, it won't be real quick and short. This one. Okay, thank you.
We go on safari. You say 20 days or 20 days. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about that.
My name is Ducky.
Okay, guys, stay here.
Seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly.
That just makes me say I gotta get back. Yeah, it was. Must be training or picking up at that other dock.
Everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve pass through rough and rugged terrain. You may experience bumps and sudden jolts of inspiring adventure. To ensure a
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Uncle Mike and your family friends.
motion sickness or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected mothers should not ride. Once on board your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children.
Hey, no.
Hello, Heather.
Will be arriving shortly.
Good morning, Heather, Springer, and Gregory.
Hands off.
Welcome in. We're here at the Kilimanjaro Safari.
Bienvenidos
Stay
a
right here.
Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Cuida a sus niños.
Hopefully there'll be some animals out. I know the first round of Jeff's Safari last week wasn't as good, but when he did it the second time around, more animals were out. And thank you for that, Heather. Hi. I do appreciate that. I gotta.
Motion sickness or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected mothers should not ride. Once aboard your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch the movements. Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your
They must all just be starting for the day.
and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Good morning, the Curtis family. Thank you for joining.
Once aboard your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms,
Be
feet
careful.
and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante sana. Control your outfit. Kilimanjaro Safari. Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of the Harambe Wildlife
Yeah, I guess they're just getting started since the park just opened for everyone.
and some tours of the safari.
So they don't have all the Jeeps out yet.
For a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back or neck problems, motion sickness,
But I do thank everyone for joining me today
by disadvantage.
on the Kilimanjaro safaris.
Once on board your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Ciao everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari.
This is like the longest gap I've seen without like Jeeps coming in. Welcome in, Hitchhiker Booms. Dawn, welcome in.
Or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected mothers should not ride. Once on board your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside.
Welcome in,
and
Kendrick.
remember to
Thank
watch
you
your
for
children.
joining.
Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos, brazos, pies
wow.
y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve
Yes, it is. Hopefully we'll get some animals. Lots of animals.
To ensure a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected mothers should not ride. Once on board your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos.
I guess we're waiting for the other safaris to get done.
Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro.
Oh, wow.
Before you begin your trip,
Yeah, that's why I'm like being careful here. Plus there's a big pile of water down below there, a big puddle.
to ensure a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health.
Lots of training.
Or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected mothers
Yeah, as I said, waiting for the Jeeps to come through the safari, it looks like.
hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad,
Plus that other Jeep looked like they were training or they were picking up another area of the...
dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve ensure a safe and pleasant trip. You should be in good health and free from high blood pressure.
I think we're gonna get ready to get home.
Here we go. This would be our Jeep. Good morning.
Feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly.
Oh, did I get the...
That's it. You gotta sit on your butt.
Okay, we're finally on. There's like that.
Now turn on that right hand side,
Chart.
watch those hands, arms, feet, legs, or really sliding shut.
There's like the animal chart there of any of the animals that you can find. But we're gonna be...
Asante Sana Warden, now that means thank you in Swahili. And Twende, that means let's go. John, everyone, welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. My name is Sierra, I'll be your safari driver as we head out today on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, a few safety reminders before we head on out. Please make sure to stay seated at all times, keeping those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. If you didn't know, this is a real truck you're sitting in. I really am up here driving it. Crazy, I know. And now we're going to head into the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. We're going to see some real animals. First area that we're heading into, this is called the Little Ituri Forest. You'll notice as we drive in, there's a lot of trees, a lot of bushes, and it is pretty well shaded with a little bit of sunlight coming through those trees. Now that helps the animals that live here to blend in really well with their surroundings or to camouflage. So keep your eyes open for them. You see a few animals already though. On the right hand side, dark brown body, black and white striped legs. There's an okapi. It's hiding behind a big shoot of bamboo right now. You can kind of see it there.
Yeah, there's the
There's also a
okapi.
big black and white bird there. To the left hand side, that is a saddle-billed stork. And that okapi that you see on the right hand side, they were actually thought to be a myth when Westerners first came to Africa. And that's because villagers in Africa described them as having the head of a giraffe and legs of a zebra, which if you've never seen an animal like that might sound pretty mystical to you. But we can see they're very real, not a myth. There's also another saddle-billed stork straight ahead above
Welcome
those
in,
bushes.
Jason.
If you get a good look at their beak, you'll see kind of a yellow piece there, and it's shaped like a
Hello,
saddle.
Kate.
That's where they get their name from. There's also a black rhinoceros straight ahead. It's kind of a log behind a tree, and right at the end of that log there is a black rhinoceros. Kind of a little tricky to see, but you might be able to spot it as we get closer. It's gonna end up being here on the left. It's like it's up right against that rocky wall with its back towards us. Looks like it's eating something
Yeah,
on that
there
rock
he is,
face.
way up there.
Now black rhinoceros, they kind of have pointed mouths.
Morning, Doug.
That's because they are browsers, so they tend to pick up things from off of the ground and in nearby bushes. And that mouth shape is specific to black rhinoceros. Other species have different mouth shapes. Looks like there's a few more animals coming up ahead. You're gonna look to your left in just a moment once we pass near this bamboo. There is a rust red animal that's called a bongo. You'll notice the white lines running down their sides are a form of camouflage. Those white lines kind of look like the sunlight coming down through the trees. So it helps them to blend in really well, especially if they're standing within some bushes and they're standing really still. We're starting to head now towards the Safi River area. The Safi River area is home to several semi-aquatic animal species. Now, semi-aquatic just means that those animals spend a lot of their lives in the water. So once you see the river coming up ahead, keep an eye out for any
Hello,
bubbles
Dave.
or dark shapes. It's a good indication there might be an animal hanging out there just below the surface of the water. And I do see some animals here. There's some pink-backed pelicans kind of to the right. There are all these gray-white birds hanging around. And then a little further forward by the tree stump sticking out of the water, there is a Nile hippopotamus. You just barely see its eyes and the top of its head sticking out of the water there to the right. Now we're pretty lucky to see that Nile hippopotamus. Looks like there's a few more to the left as well. And a group of that size is called a bloat. And often Nile hippopotamus
Morning,
they can be a little
Kate.
tricky
Happy
to see, so
birthday.
they can hold their breath for several minutes at a time. Because of that, sometimes you're not able to see them
Yeah, I
all,
think
especially if
so.
they're hanging out at the bottom of the river. And they'll come up for a breath of fresh air every few minutes, and then they'll head right back down underneath. And the word hippopotamus is actually a Latin word. It means river horse, because they do tend to hang out at the bottom of the river, especially when they're moving around. They walk at the bottom of the river instead of swimming at the top. And that's to help them to save some energy. Now they can swim, but if you've ever been swimming, you know it's pretty tiring. It's the same for these hippopotamus. So they'd rather walk across the bottom of the water, and they might as well. They can hold
Welcome
their
in,
breath.
Doug. Thank you.
Also a Nile crocodile. And then here to the left-hand side,
Oh, there
you'll be able
he
to
is
spot
down
some
there.
more. They're pretty good at camouflaging though. It looks like there's another one hanging out here in the water. Nile crocodiles, on average, they grow to be about 16 feet in length, on average. And that is about half the length of this truck we are currently sitting on. But don't let their size intimidate you. They are actually really good moms. When their eggs are just about ready to hatch, they'll take those eggs in their mouths. They'll very, very gently roll them around. That helps those little eggs kind of crack open, and it makes it easier for those baby crocodiles to hatch. And then once they have hatched, they do actually stay with their mom, and she'll help keep them safe until they get a little bit bigger and can fend for themselves. We're heading out now towards the savannah. The savannah is where we can find some of Africa's most iconic animals. Also some pretty cool plant life out there, like this big tree here on the right-hand side. That is called a baobab tree. And baobab trees do remain leafless for about 9 months out of the year in order to conserve water. And they also have another name. They're also known as the tree of life, because they do actually literally save lives out on the savannah. When it gets really hot and dry and the animals can't find any standing water, they can actually eat the bark off of that baobab tree. And that bark is kind of spongy from holding on to all that water, so it helps them to get some much needed hydration. Looks like there are a few animals that we can see. The closest ones are going to be on our right as we pass this tree bush. They're kind of gray animals. There's a big group of them. These are wildebeest there on the right. Wildebeest migrate in pretty large groups of up to about 500,000 in size. And that is a pretty migration across Africa. There's also a few more animals. You can see some Maasai giraffe off to the right. And then a little further beyond them are some black and white striped animals. Those are Hartman mountain zebras. We'll get a closer look at those animals as we continue through our safari, because they're a little far away right now. There are some animals here on the left as well. They're kind of hanging out in this little
the
rocky
cave.
cave.
The wild
That's called a
dogs.
den. And inside there are some African painted dogs. You see their coats are kind of orange, black, and white. And they are currently sleeping. They are more active even earlier in the morning than right now, and then much later in the evening. And that's called crepuscular. So they'll be sleeping most of the day away in that little den. You may also notice that this landscape that we're driving through is a bit different than the last few areas we've been in. The grass is a lot shorter. That's due to animals like those wildebeest and those Hartman's mountain zebras. As they eat that grass, they're going to trim it down nice and short.
They're feeding the
Also,
giraffes.
these trees we're going to start passing under. You'll notice they don't have any low-hanging branches. That's due to animals like the giraffe that we've been seeing. With their long necks, and they also have pretty long tongues, they're going to stretch up really high and eat any of those branches that they can get their tongues on. You see those Hartman mountain zebras to the left? Looks like they're roughhousing a little bit, you know, siblings. There's also an eland here, kind of this tan animal in between these trees. If you look at their horns, they have kind of cool twisted horns. And then you can see the Maasai giraffe. Looks like they're getting a snack, and those zebra as well. Now if you look at the spots on the giraffe that we're passing, you'll notice they're kind of jagged around the edges. That is specific to Maasai giraffe. Other species of giraffe are going to have different spots. A little smoother around the edges, or a little bit different in color. And a group of giraffe, they're called a tower. That's because those long necks they've got, they do tend to tower over the savanna. And a group of zebra, like this small group on the left, they are called a dazzle. It's because with all those stripes, when they run around, they are pretty dazzling to the eye. Here's another eland there on the left. Now those stripes, they're dazzling to the eye, and they also protect themselves from predators too. So it can actually be really hard for a predator to pick out one zebra from the rest of the group when they're running around together. And those stripes are individual to each zebra. They can tell each other apart based on those stripes too. No two stripe patterns are the same. Same with giraffe, those spots are different for each giraffe as well. Now I am starting to see some trees that have been knocked over up ahead. That is a pretty good indication we're heading into elephant territory. So elephants do love to knock over trees. Helps them to get to the nice fresh leaves on top. And the fresh branches as well. Makes it a little bit easier for those elephants to get to them when the trees are on their sides instead of straight up and down. Now straight ahead between these palm trees on a rock, there is a monkey. That's a mandrill up there. Be able to see a little bit better as we go further. And there's also an African elephant here to the right-hand side. Looks like the African elephant's eating something. They might be using their trunk to grab some food from the ground and then put it in their mouth. And then you can see a mandrill here to the left. Small monkey. Looks like they're playing with something. Now, that's a female mandrill closest to us walking around. The male mandrill's a little further back.
Oh, the monkey.
Male mandrills make mandrills the largest species of monkey. And they're monkeys because they have short tails. Apes do not. They can be a lot bigger than these mandrills. Now that trunk we saw on that African elephant was pretty long. And those trunks are super important to elephants. They're just like our arms with our hands on the end. Think about all the things that we can do with our arms and hands. Elephants can also do a lot with their trunk. They can pick up food and eat it. They can also pick up really anything they're interested in, between small blades of grass, dirt or mud that they want to throw on themselves to cool themselves off. Also, they can hold several gallons of water in those trunks too, which they can either then squirt in their mouth or use it to take a little bit of a shower. And also breathe through that trunk. If they want to go for a swim, they put their trunk above the air and breathe through that. They also make several noises, trumpeting and calling to each other through that trunk. And African elephants, they are threatened by many things, but one of them is habitat loss. One of the reasons for that habitat loss is mining for a mineral that's called coltan. You may wonder, well, what is coltan used for that is mined so much? Well, it's used in quite a few things. Most commonly used in electronic devices, so things like cell phones, tablets, laptops, cameras, really anything with a rechargeable battery. So that could even be things like electric vehicles with their batteries, or video gaming devices, or headphones. And if you think about all those things that you might own, and then multiply that by everyone here sitting in the truck with us, everyone's friends and everyone's families, that turns into a lot of electronic devices with coltan in them, which means a lot of mining, and that means habitat that was lost for those elephants. But there is some good news that coltan is actually really easy to recycle and reuse. Coltan does not wear down over time, like a lot of electronic parts do, so it can actually be recycled and used over and over and over again in different electronics. And that is something that we can help with too. There's just some springbok here to the right, kind of those small antelope with light brown backs. Now, if we want to help out with that, we could take those old electronic devices we might have at home that are collecting dust, take them to the nearest electronics store, they'll be able to recycle that for us. And if we recycle those, we can really help out those elephants, help them to keep their habitat that they need. Up ahead to the left, you probably already guessed what we're seeing here. You're probably right, these are flamingos. Specifically, these are greater flamingos. And greater flamingos are the lightest of the flamingo species in color and also the largest in size. Looks like there's some more springbok here to the right as well. You can see them again. Now that pink color that the flamingos get, it comes from the food that they eat. But it does take about 2 years for that pink color to make its way through their feathers. So if you ever see a group of flamingos and there are some within the group that look like their feathers closer
There
to
was
the
an
color
elephant
white,
way back here.
you'll know those are young greater flamingos. They're still working on eating all that food to change their feathers.
Yeah, there's. I don't know if we'll see.
If you look to
it or
the
not.
left, you might be able to spot another elephant kind of through those trees.
Get back in here.
Now I don't see any animals here, but I do see a mud wallow off to the left, which is used by a lot of animals on the reserve. They're used by animals like those elephants we just saw, also rhinoceros and warthogs too. And that mud, they'll kind of roll around in it, or in the case of elephants, they often will throw that mud on. Oh, there's also some cheetahs up ahead. And that mud acts like sunscreen and moisturizer, kind of at the same time. Helps protect their skin and cool them off. Now the cheetahs are going to be here on the left. And it looks like they're kind of running around a little bit.
They're way back there.
Looks like there's 3 cheetahs here wandering around. Now, cheetahs are the world's fastest land mammal. They can run about 60 miles an hour. That is 60. However, they are more sprinters rather than marathoners. Looks like there's a few more up ahead as well. They actually can't keep that speed up for too long. Wears them out pretty quickly, so they can only run that fast for about a minute or so. They actually end up being outrun by a lot of other animals, some murder lions and hyenas. There's also some white rhinoceros here to the left, tucked within these bushes.
Oh, that's pretty close.
They're a little bit bigger than the rhinoceros we saw earlier, which was a black rhinoceros. They also have really wide and flat mouths. And that's
Walking
because they're
through the
grazers,
woods.
so they're eating this low ground cover here. There's also some lions coming up here to the left. Looks like there's 2 female lions here, which are by this rock, and then a male lion. That's the one with that little bit of extra fur around their neck. It's called a mane. And it looks like they are pretty interested in those rhinoceros hanging out there. Now the male lion's got a little bit of extra fur called a mane around their neck.
Uh-oh, there's a rabbit.
And only male lions have that.
He's gonna get munched.
Female lions will not. And that small group of lions up there, they're called a pride. And a pride's usually made up of 1 male lion and then several female lions. And lions do snooze anywhere from 16 to about 20 hours a day. So if you come on another safari, you might see them, but they might be snoozing. They're kind of like house cats in that way. Now that mane on that male lion that we saw was pretty small, so my guess is that that is a young male lion. Once he grows up a little bit, that mane is going to get bigger in size and darker in color. It'll probably triple or more in size. These big holes we're seeing here on the side of the hill, these are warthog burrows. I haven't seen any warthogs yet. They might still be sleeping in their burrows. But warthogs are Africa's largest burrowing animal, and they make those burrows and then they will usually back into them so that their snout and their tusks are facing the entrance so that they're ready for anyone that might come and pay them a visit. Now coming up on the right right as we pass this
Hello,
tree and
Ellie.
these bushes, you're gonna notice some eggs on the ground, kind of by this little dirt path. And those are ostrich eggs. And if you've ever seen an ostrich, you'll know they're pretty big. If you haven't, they're the world's largest bird.
Oh,
They
it'll be
stand about
goat
7 or 8 feet
counting.
tall. However, they are flightless.
So
they
about
just have
19
really long legs
animals.
that they're going to use to get around.
There
So
might have
that's why
been
they
one or
lay
two
such
more,
large
but
eggs.
19 animals.
And
Thank
those
you,
eggs,
Angela.
not only are they quite large, they're also really strong. Those eggs can actually hold the weight of a fully grown person standing on top of them. And those eggs will not break.
Oh, let's count the goats.
The area we're heading into, this is called the Magadi Glen. And this is where the warden of the reserve lives. And the warden does have some roommates. It looks like a few of them are up here behind the warden's house. The warden's roommates are Nigerian
There's about
dwarf
3
goats.
up there.
Looks like there's one hanging out here.
4 goats,
Having a little
5.
breakfast in bed almost.
Looks like 5 goats.
Now these guys are fully
6
grown. That's
goats.
as big as they're gonna get. But they're a small size. It's actually really great for the warden. It means they don't eat as much food as other larger
1,
species of
2,
goats do.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goats.
They also produce milk, and that milk is an excellent
8
resource.
goats.
It's extremely nutritious, and the warden can either drink it or sell it in the village for a little bit of extra income. Speaking of the village, we are starting to head back that way. So I'd like to take a moment to talk about some conservation, some things that you and I can do to help the animals we've seen today. One of them is the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now, if we all work together to reduce the amount of single-use items that we use, so that's items we use one time, then we throw them away, and instead try to swap them out for some reusable items, that can really help these animals we've seen today because it reduces the trash that goes into landfills. And often the trash that goes into landfills that doesn't stay there can actually make its way out of the landfill and into their habitats, or even the habitats of the animals that live in our own backyards. And that trash isn't any good for them, especially if they end up mistaking it for food and they eat it. So some good swaps we can make to help out with that are swapping out things like plastic grocery bags for some reusable bags. Or when we make a sandwich for ourselves or someone else, try using some reusable containers or reusable silicone bags instead of those single-use sandwich baggies. We can also recycle a lot of items like plastic bottles, aluminum cans, glass, cardboard, paper, and then those things don't make it to the landfill and they can be used all over again. If you enjoyed your safari, you're looking to see some more animals, a great place is the Gorilla Falls Trail. As you exit, you're going to see a big stroller parking lot. If you look to your right, you'll see that trail. It is a walking trail, it takes about 20 minutes to get through. And you'll see some really cool animals out there, like naked mole rats, reptiles,
All the
meerkats,
cast
maybe
members
even
waiting
some
to go.
birds as well. Now on the reserve, we don't really like to say goodbye, so instead I'm going to borrow a Swahili word. That word's kwaherini, and it means to go well. So as you head out today, make sure to go well, go wild, go make a difference. And if you're on that right-hand side, watch those hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors will be sliding open. As you exit, please make sure to watch your step. Kwaherini, everyone, and have a great day out there at Animal Kingdom. See you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, sorry, but then I didn't want to interrupt everyone since I was more in the front middle of the vehicle. But thank you all for joining. My name is Amy of AJC Magic TV, and that was the Kilimanjaro Safari. I'm going to take a look over here real quick. Yeah, I'm not sure where the outside doiker is or outside of the safari. Yes, thank you all for helping out. Welcome in Ellie, Dave, Stragan. I know Zippy Doodog came in, Heather Springer, Cakes 2112. Thank you. Ellie, Surfum, Okay, have a good day. It's Joey's World. Thank you. You guys have a good trip too. Bon voyage. I'm going to be skipping the Gorilla Falls. So I'm going to head over to the Tiger Trail. I know, we'll get one either later when it's more hot. I'm going to do the Maharaja Jungle Trek. But happy Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining. And I do appreciate everyone who has joined. And I hope you all have a good day as you're in and out of the stream. This is the Harambe area. And they have the marketplace where they have the food, various food shops. And I know, like, when they do build the everything, when they did build this, they did do it a lot authentic. And I will say they do use the wordings that you do see in Africa. I've been in Zimbabwe, Africa, and they do call candy and stuff sweets. The sweet shop. Yes. Yes, I walk by it. They serve some other stuff too, but they do have the pastries and coffees. It starts with a K, Kufa Safari or Kufa. But yes, there is, because I was looking at the menu there, and they have like those tachos. And here's one of their signs here that tell you all the different times and what the trail weights and stuff. And welcome to Dawn Hitchhiking Bones. I know Zippity Doo Dog's going later today at Epcot. Dean, the turkey legs, sir. Make sure you check out the Hitchhiking Bones. This is our Dreams. P. McDevitt Show. It's Joey's World. The Hitchhiking Bones, they were just down here. They had a good show talking about Epic Universe. Unfortunately, for as much as I want to go over there, I will not be hitting it up this trip. So that'll be a future trip unless I try to, because tomorrow I want to make sure I see the riverboat. Unless I get over to Magic Kingdom this afternoon. And I'm here for the Muppets. But there is the Tree of Life. A lot of carved animals in there. So it's always fun when you used to be able to... I think you can walk around the garden trails and then you could see all the different animals carved into the Tree of Life there. Pretty soon. It's July 7th. Muppets is, its last day is tomorrow. for the Muppets, and then they're doing a cast member Muppet tribute. Fun fact, I had been working at Hollywood Studios. At that time, it was Disney MGM Studios when the actual Muppet attraction opened. One of the reasons why I wanted to come down here. We know it's probably going to go into the archives until they decide what they're going to do, or if they're going to put it back out where the new villain show is. So hopefully it won't be too long in the archives. Maybe they're like update it or clean it up. This is where you see the birds in flight show. Yeah, and welcome in Dave Strickland. Thank you for joining. Oh yeah, the Muppets Tower of Terror. That would be hilarious though. But yeah, it'll be a sad day when the Tower of Terror gets changed to some other form of. But like somebody said, one day a lot of the original rides will probably be changed or taken out or something. I think I might have passed the entrance. Now there's the entrance to Collie River Rapids. Looks like that's just getting ready to be opened. It's not open yet. Hello, Kay Wilby. Thank you for joining. Just as long as they don't. Yeah. Hopefully, I didn't miss anyone. I gotta see what time it opens here.
So this is the newest one. So this is Boxo or Texaco? Yeah.
We'll walk over here and.
No worries. Thanks.
What time does the trek open?
8:45.
Okay, thank you. A little too early. Probably should have walked through the gorillas. I didn't know, like, not everything opened at once. We'll walk over here, see the rapids. This is where you enter the lightning lane. And good morning, Kendrick. Thank you for joining. So sorry. No, it's my. That's just getting ready to be open too. Yes, have a great day, everyone. Doesn't look like any of the monkeys or on the monkey island there. I'm not sure what type of monkeys those are, but and welcome in Regina Erie. Yeah, they're just getting ready to open up Cali River Rapids. And Jason Thibodeau, Gloria Thibodeau, hello. Yeah, lesson learned. I should have did the Gorilla Falls. Because it's still like another 10 minutes before the Tiger track opens. Welcome in, Doug. And I'm just trying to hit some things up that I haven't seen in a while, like the tigers. That's new. Or at least the new baby tiger if he's out. And then I want to hit up Dinosaur before that closes. Oh, there goes one swinging across. Ah, yes, getting ready to go. Hopefully you don't have any flights that you gotta do before you get down here. So we'll just hang out here for a little bit. He's just hanging out on the edge there. Ah, that's good, Regina. Yeah, there's not a cast member here for me to ask, but it could be. And I thought maybe one of the signs that's along here, but that's just telling you not to feed the animals. Let's walk over here. I might set you down in the bushes here as I run into the restroom while we're waiting. We're over by the fountains. There's the lockers for when you ride Kelly River Rapids if you want to put your stuff in here. And yes, happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Mandy Mary. And this is where you would rent out lockers. So it looks like you can rent the locker free for a few moments. And then after 60 minutes, you'll be charged $10. I'm going to throw you in a locker while I run to the restroom.
I don't want my stuff to get wet.
$1,007. Oops, excuse me. Let's see. There it is. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, everyone.
I'm not taking your money. Yeah, but is it chip? Well, it says bill, US bills only. Oh. And I have to charge $6. Cram it into a small. Hold on. What happens when you see, right? Yeah. I don't have a coupon. Are you sure you can't try my card? Yes, that's why I'm waiting for your card. Yeah, swipe. I don't like to. But it's not the card. It says next charge. See, that's what I said. You need cash, or you need. I only have 20. And I'm like, I got 20. It only takes 10 minutes. Just get a standard. We can get two standards. Or we can get a standard and see what's the frame. Select your locker. Oh, it's select. Is it a green one? I guess so. Excuse me.
Yes. Say it's 1090. 1090.
Oh, wait.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Thank you for your patience. It was like nobody here, and then all of a sudden, all kinds of people are standing around the lockers. But I do thank you. Thank you for your patience. We're waiting for the Maharaja Jungle Trek to open. Hopefully the tigers are out. Especially baby Basco, which he's getting pretty big but since I've seen him on stream last. Next time I'll just head to the Gorilla Falls first, knowing that it doesn't open till 8:45 over in this section. So I welcome anyone who has come in. Yeah, Regina, I'm sorry I'll be missing you this trip. Well, we'll probably be passing each other in the airport.
Oh, they're coming, Mom. Hi.
Make sure you guys check out Zippity Doo Dog. He's going to go live from Epcot It's funny, one moment they're not there and now they're back out. We did the Kilimanjaro safari. I'm going to walk through the trail. I don't know if they let you take your bags on Cali River Rapids. I may go on Cali River Rapids if the wait isn't too long. Because they do have people on the rapids over there. Thank you, Mandy Mary, for joining. There's a good bit of people over there on the thing. The monkeys are quieter than the humans there, yes. Usually there's a lot of them. There might be some down on the other apparatus down there. Although when we do go on the Maharaja Jungle Trek, there might be some lag going through there. I know sometimes I lag back in there in different areas. So, but I will bring you back, and then we'll walk over to Expedition Everest, where I'll probably end the stream. Yeah, the only thing for me, I'm tempted to go on Cali River Rapids. I just don't want to get my feet totally soaked. I don't mind my clothing, but it's the shoes that, and yeah, wet feet all day. But I think it might be opening now. There's a lot of people waiting. They have the Timon and Pumbaa, Timon sipper and Pumbaa buckets, popcorn buckets. Some of the popcorn buckets are cute. I have a couple of them, but they're more decorative. I sometimes buy the regular popcorn bucket and then I pass it on to someone else that might live down here so they could get the refills. Because I never remember to want to carry it back and forth to Disney, although it's worth it.
She's more prone to get into the water than our male is, but she's swim. They're not in water.
There's the kimono dragon. Pittsburgh Zoo had a kimono dragon. I'm not sure if it's still there or not. I think I read that it passed away. So I'm going to have to go over to the Pittsburgh Zoo one of these days. I've been going to a couple other zoos where you get up and close and personal in Pennsylvania called Living Treasures and Keystone Safari. But I need to get to the Pittsburgh Zoo. Because I think they got some new lions there also. Let's have a good morning. Okay, Doug. Yeah, I'm going to head over there after this. So I will look for you and let you know where I'm at, or I'll watch the stream to see where you're at. Going through the bathhouse. You too. Yeah, make sure you're hydrating or keeping hydrated because it gets pretty hot. I think this is where it lags in here. We'll go over here. It's just a lot of people. This is where the bats live. There's a bat way over there, hanging upside down, sleeping. They're usually a nocturnal animal. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, if you have children, they have a really nice program for kids to become like a junior ranger, get the booklet, and stop at all the little stations. I know my nieces and nephews love doing that, getting the stickers and learning about the animals. Yeah, I don't see them over here, so we'll go down here more. Yeah, they must not be out. Yep. Yeah, they don't look like they're out yet.
Our young male won't be out here in a little while. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to walk back through because they're not out yet. Do you know when they might be out?
We're just waiting for Dad to be secured in that habitat,
Okay.
and then we'll get them out in a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll have to come back around. Yeah, I'll have to come back around, see when they get the tigers out. I've seen tigers in different areas at different zoos and things, but kind of wanted to see baby Baksu. That they're getting Dad secured first. And there's the one hiding behind the bushes there. Yep.
Yeah, well, so one of the things they do to get them interacting with the vegetation is they have to collect perfume and cologne, spray all the plants. That's what he's doing right now. He's rubbing in because he likes to smell. He wants to smell like that.
Let's walk down this way to see.
Oh no, I'm wearing the same shirt as he is. Hope he doesn't think I'm a tiger.
It's going to be going down now. So if you can see secure, what they're going to do is they're not going to be after the He does. He does. It's all what they really do. No, that's just going like raw right now. That's what it's like. It's really good.
Yeah, this trail represents all the animals that are in Asia, like India and a lot of the Asian countries. Excuse me. Went way in the back. He was up there. When they have the doors like this and everything, you're going into where birds are. So you want to be sure you shut the doors before you.
I've seen a lot of. Oh, wait. Wait.
Excuse me. They used to hand out maps whenever you walked in. I saw that they had a QR code, so if you wanted to follow a map of this trail, you can do that. And then she also had bird guides if you wanted to stay in there, if you're a bird watcher. Now we're back at the front. I'm gonna walk back through, see if the baby tiger came out. Good morning.
She's like, what about if I like say, hey, let's take 5 minutes?
But I do thank everyone who has joined or joined before. It's much appreciated. I know you can be watching other people doing other things. I know a lot of people are working. Happy Friday. My name is Amy of AJC Magic TV. Here is like the map and QR code about the trail. You're welcome. And sorry if the trails are bothering you. I might move on. I'm just going to come up to where the tigers are, and I'll probably walk back to the entrance if he's not out yet. I think the gentleman said you have to go up the steps if you want to see him when he first comes out. This is a nice park. You know, if you do enjoy seeing the various different animals, and there's attractions or shows, Lion King show, I believe the Nemo show. It's walking around. Still not out yet. Still not out.
We're waiting for our package to come out. We do have our adult mail further down the trail. They usually are open now, but we just had some stationing things going on. But we're on Tiger Time, so hopefully soon when they want to come out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess he doesn't want to come out today. It's a Friday, he's sleeping in. Oh well.
No one's out here yet. Cool. We're just waiting for them. It's kind of up to them. So if they want to come out, it's not open yet. So I'm not sure now when people will open.
Oh well. Oh well, I'll have to come back. Since he doesn't. Probably as soon as I leave, he'll decide to come out. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. After I end the stream and see if he ever came out before I leave here. Head over to see what the line's like for Kali River Rapids and Aurora Expedition Everest.
I'll be quick. Fair. I'll be quick. Where do I find that? Lion King's at 10.
Oh, it's only a 5-minute ride, so let's go ride Kali River Rapids. Sorry, I'm going fast. Whew, couldn't imagine waiting in that queue. Morning.
Our river rides are more than just an exciting adventure. We believe they help spread a message to visitors about preserving wild places, like our forest. All around and underneath, logging companies in search of tropical hardwood that deep into the jungle.
I need a job reset.
Life of village and forest.
Just one.
Yeah, Thunder Room. There's no drop. It's like a wrap. Yep. Yeah, look, see the moving platform. Bunch, remember that? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and then you got
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, that's
It'll be a full boat. So somebody's going to get soaked and some a little wet.
last year when we went, we did a big raft ride in West compared to St. Louis.
This one. Live stream. I'll probably turn the camera around onto me since it's a full wrap. I'll go over there. Yeah.
Wonderful. You're gonna to the right.
Okay.
Watch your step on the way in. Once you're seated, friends, go ahead and buckle those seatbelts. All right, for my friends that are buckled, go ahead and pull tight on that center belt. Pull tight.
Okay. We are in.
All right, friends, you are all set. Have fun.
I'll put it on myself because I don't want to get people all upset. But here we go. We're on Kelly River Rapids. It's been a while since I've ridden this. So this one's for you, Keith. From It's Joey's World and Keith, Joey's Best Bud. And Jeff. It'll be hard for me to read the chat because of the sun. But thanks for following along. Yeah, I make sure I keep my feet up. So at least I'm minimal. Yeah, I know it's not too bad. It's just that it depends on who gets stuck going down the one part. Yeah, I should have left my sunglasses on. Pretty sunny. Welcome back, John. Kelly River Rapids. So, Collie. I have the camera face on me just because it's a full boat. Maybe I'll turn it around here real quick so you can see. So you can kind of see scenery. Don't worry, you're not on camera. There, so you can at least see. That's some of the scenery, and there's Expedition Everest. Oh, here we go. This is where You end up going backwards if you end up getting soaked. My whole right side. My whole right side got soaked. Oh, at least it was just my clothing, so I'll be dry. My feet could stay dry because I have them up.
We might have a sold out for it. Get down!
It actually feels good.
This is not relaxing, buddy. That's pretty kind of relaxing music. That's pretty
Although this is more tamer than the Pluto's ride over at Universal, where you can't avoid getting soaked. My problem was I got the backsplash. Yeah, pretty wet. My feet survived though. That was more important. This will dry real quick because it's sunny and hot. Mostly my shirt soaked. Okay. Thank you. Okay, everyone. This is Cali River Rapids. And that's where I'm probably going to end the stream because my battery is getting low on the phone. I do have a charger, but I think I will end with that. So we'll go out front here and say goodbye.
Jordan.
I do thank you all for joining me. And there you got a Kali River Rapids ride. A lot of people haven't been doing that lately. So, been a while since I've seen anybody go on here, on stream and everything. You're welcome. Actually feels good though. Felt good getting. Some of the kids aren't too happy getting soaked. We'll go see if the tiger came out. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for everyone for dropping the links. Make sure you check out Zippity Doo Dog. He'll be going live. Dean the Turkey Lacer will be going live later. I'm hoping to run into him to say hello. We'll go see if Baxo came out or not.
Like I said, they're between the three moms. There's 20.
Yeah, I'm about 20%. I do have my charger, but it's sometimes hard to plug in and then it locks it off balance. I'm sure Pete McDevitt will be going live at some time. And there's all other friends that'll be live around the parks. It's Friday night. Yeah, I got soaked from the backsplash of the wave that hit the one part of the boat, and it got my right side. And then, of course, the raindrop. Looks like he might be out because there's people up there standing there. So we'll go up above. Oh, he's still not out? Oh, yeah, there he is, way back there. Oops, excuse me. There he is. So, success. Good morning, Verna Marie. And thank you all for joining the membership. I will be messaging you guys later. But there he is. Way in the back there behind the... Yeah, I'm glad he is. Yeah, he's way back there in the bushes there. Let's stand over here real quick. Maybe it's more hidden over here. It's harder because of the bar. Let some other people up there. Yeah, he's way in the back there. Yeah, it looks like it's breakfast time. See if you can get a better view. Kind of like breakfast time there. He's getting big though. But this is where I'm going ahead and ending the stream. I do thank everyone who has joined this morning. And I hope you have a great Friday, a great weekend. Keep your notification bell rung. You never know when I may go live. Probably a lot of videos that'll be coming out and shorts. You're welcome. Thank you all for joining this morning. We'll walk through real quick. Oops, sorry. You know what, I'm gonna walk back through the front So I don't want to walk all the way back through. Thank you. The kimono dragon. A Disney squirrel. He kind of scared me because I didn't realize he was sitting there. There's where you can buy your stuffed animals and stuff. Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone, thank you all for joining today. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how you enjoyed the stream. I do thank everyone for coming. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. And like I said, keep that notification bell rung. You never know when I may go live. Let's see. Ellie, Berna Marie, imagine the doctor face if you walked in saying live on YouTube. Yeah. But thank you all for joining me. And like I said, check out Zippity Doo Dog. Check out Pete McDevitt Show. Check out the Hitchhiking Bones. This Our Dreams. Jennifer Caruso. Dean the Turkey Lakester. So thank you all. Have a great day. Let's take a look around and we will see you all later. Bye. And also check out Dave Stragan, especially if you like cars. He does a lot of car shows and different car information. Not only cars, but trucks, mobile home or trailers and stuff like that also. Bye everyone. Have a great day.